And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I've just been having super fun with this new team. I want to thank Charlatan from Team Instinct for showing me this team. And I know that the team I'm about to show you, the composition I have, is not something that a lot of people can build, but I do want to show you for a couple of reasons. One, because it's just freaking awesome, and two, because this will be probably the future meta, and so, or at least it's going to be a component of it, and so I figured everybody likes to see that kind of stuff. This team is highly overpowered. I could go for any of these teams. I haven't been even bumped in the last few days. Normally that happens. They can overcome my team and I have to take my number one spot back. With this latest team, that's not the case. I'm going to try and film multiple different battles with multiple different teams just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. But the team to the right is probably the worst team I could go against because it has a fully maxed out Boba Fett. But I want to show you how even with a maxed out Boba Fett, how effective this team is. So let's go ahead and go into battle. This is who I'm using. Now look at this. Chirrut is only 4 stars and my General Kenobi is only 5 stars. So this isn't even maxed out. I do have Barris at basically max everything, and I have Zeta her leadership, or not her leadership, but her unique ability. And that is kind of the key to this team, is her Zeta unique ability. So let's go ahead and battle, and all, RNG can make me a liar, but I've yet to lose a single battle with this team. Actually have yet to lose a single character with this team. It's so overpowered. So I made my Chirrut very fast, which means I get to do this, and everybody has tenacity up for 3 turns. Then I made my Boba Fett the next fastest, so he can ability block the other side. They can go back and forth. Now, this team is not the fastest team in the world as far as killing the other side. It takes some time to destroy the other team, but it takes about 2 to 3 minutes, so it's not the fastest. But check this out. We're going to give everybody retribution. Why does this work? Because Chirrut makes sure that nobody has negative debuffs, and then this guarantees everyone gets retribution. So pretty awesome. Right now, we can go ahead and do an AoE, taking a lot of damage to everybody. It's 20% max health. And then we're going to go ahead and keep working on their Boba Fett, because he is the one that we would be most concerned about. By the way, as a team comp, you don't want to use a character who relies heavily on debuffs or buffs like Boba Fett to do damage, and then have somebody who dispels, because what you do is you take away the ability of Boba Fett's effectiveness. Here we go. Wow. And he doesn't come back, even though he normally does, because it was a Boba Fett on Boba Fett attack. And then let's go ahead and attack. Almost finished him off. And this clone team gets a lot of extra turns, of course. Oh, and he dodged. That is such a powerful hit. I've been having that hit for upwards to over 40,000 on Chirrut's special attack. Now I get to do this. Everybody will have tenacity except for Chirrut. And like I said, you can see the team that I went against was even a higher power and was a very fast attacking clone team. But with the, I haven't even had to use my Barris's healing abilities at all. And that didn't crit, which is kind of sad. And neither did that one. Of course, when I want to show you the amazing crit power damage of this team, and everybody's hitting for regular damage, but you can still see their effectiveness. Again, Charlatan off of Team Instinct is who I have to thank for this team composition. Put this together. It's really kind of a hodgepodge team using some remanufactured characters like Barris, who lost her usefulness some time ago, except for in the Galactic War. But then all of a sudden, she's gets a Zeta ability and she's back to square one. And you can look at my team and see where I'm at with strength in comparison to the other team, and it's over. So that is it. That's that battle. I am going to go ahead and show you the next team if I can. Hopefully everybody doesn't shuffle around too much. I want to show you Haronolop. He is a all Jedi team, so check this out. All right, so it looks like I can fight him now. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm interested to see. It looks like he lost, but he's probably changed some of his team composition. Now he'll get to go first. His Jedis are super fast. As usual, I get to go second. I'm going to go ahead and tenacity up my team. This is now going to be an anti-Obi-Wan. Watch with Obi-Wan. First, I'm going to get rid of their offense up. That's terrible. Now Obi-Wan's going to attempt to ability block my team, well, when he gets a turn. And they'll resist everything, including the turn meter reduction. Honestly, Jedi Knight Anakin is my first concern because he gets all those extra turns when people are hurt or die, and he does the most damage. I'm going to give everybody Retribution now. I'm going to go ahead and try to kill Jedi Knight Anakin. 27k. I've seen better. The next is actually Plo Koon, who I'm concerned about. I know a lot of people are like, what, Plo? But he likes to take away. He's a dispeller on his basic, kind of like Sunfac. So he is definitely one of those guys you want to focus on and try to take down, because my whole team is based off of all these crazy buffs. And so I'm going to go for Plo. And after I get Plo out of here, which this should be the deal right there, I'll go for Qui-Gon. And actually, I'm going to hit Obi-Wan real quick. Oh, and he dodged, of course. 8600 is not bad on a basic. Of course, resisted the stun. And shoot twice, 65 and 15, so that's like 22k. Like I said, my team isn't going to shred through a team fast at all, but my team's also never lost, not yet anyway. This is an amazing overpowered composition. Again, resisted the damage, and they're getting all the benefits of speed and everything from their leader, even though the leader's dead. Shoot once, shoot twice. Again, almost 20k on his basic between the two shots. And I have Barris there for when a team eventually, takes me to the point of needing her as far as healing goes, but haven't needed that yet. And let's ability block. Oh, that only 9k. That was terrible. And let's execute. Boom, 23. That's okay. I've gotten execute to go into the mid 40s, and I've seen video of people's execute in arena being over in the 70,000s. So it really depends on what kind of a team comp you have them in. So there you have it. That's the new team. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. I am going to show you really quick my team and who they all are and where I have them at. So let's go check them out. So here's the team that I want to show you, the team that I am using. I actually just want to go through it really quick and kind of explain the logic behind it. And I'm sure Charlatan from Team Instinct could explain it a little better than me, but essentially Boba Fett as a leader gives everybody critical damage, critical chance, so it makes your team just much more effective. And his leadership ability is not unique, meaning it doesn't have to be bounty hunters. It's all allies gain critical damage and critical chance. So he's going to help them crit, and he's going to help them do a lot more damage when they crit. He's really best utilized, obviously, in a bounty hunter's team, but he has a great ability block feature, and his basic, for me, always does between 10 to 20,000. So 10 to 20k basic, ability blocking people, executing people that they can't revive, and then of course, eventually I want to get his unique Zeta. But so that's Boba Fett, and then I have Chirrut and Baze. I think a lot of people know Chirrut and Baze, but Chirrut is for the tenacity up, and so that way we don't take negative status effects, or he cleanses if there are negative status effects. And so that's why Chirrut's on there. Plus Chirrut's special attack, I've had it hit upwards into the mid 40s, 40,000. I mean, it hits between 25 and 40,000, depending upon obviously if the team is buffed or not. But most of the time the team is buffed, and when it crits, it's pretty amazing. Baze takes the heat off the team, really makes sure that everybody, like the Wiggs teams, are targeting him first, and he's got that retribution. And of course, him and Chirrut have insane synergy. I have obviously General Kenobi unlocked. I don't have all of his abilities maxed yet, but he brings another cleansing to the team. Not only does he cleanse, but he'll actually give you that buff, the opposite. So if your offense down, he'll actually make your offense down, offense up, or he'll give the whole team retribution. The way I use him, he gives the whole team retribution, which is pretty amazing. He hits great, like 10k on a basic as well, so he's excellent for that. And he has an AoE attack, in the sense that he calls in, everybody. It says call all allies who are buffed to assist, and it's not an AoE. I mean, it's an assist call, and so he'll call everybody essentially because everyone's buffed, and so you get 5 people attacking one person. It's pretty fun to watch. So lead the charge is great, and then. Well, that's lead the charge. And then the negotiator, this is where he basically is a cleanser as well, and he gets turn meter off of cleansing, so that's really cool. So I've got a couple of cleansers, as well as the ability to add tenacity up, as well as the ability to have retribution, as well as an auto taunt, as well as this, which is pretty awesome. She's a healer if needed, but her swift recovery, anytime an ally is critically hit, she's going to recover. They're going to recover 20% of their max health, and she gets turn meter. Also, if anybody on my team is debuffed, at the end of her turn, she'll clear all those debuffs off and get turn meter for every debuff that she removes. So she's a constant cleanser. So this team has essentially 3 cleansers. It has Barris cleansing, it has General Kenobi cleansing, and Chirrut cleansing. It has high critical chance and critical damage. It has a couple of really heavy hitters. That would be Chirrut, Boba Fett, and of course General Kenobi. And then of course it has an auto taunt present, and it has critical hit immunity integrated in as well through General Kenobi, because for General Kenobi, anytime, this is whenever another ally is critically hit, so that's anybody who gets critically hit, General Kenobi, if he's alive, they'll gain critical hit immunity for 1 turn, and General Kenobi gains taunt for 1 turn. So that is really, really awesome. He basically prevents them from dying by taunting and giving them critical hit immunity. So without Shore Trooper, I still have critical hit immunity. Again, that's the team. I do want to show you some other really cool videos I filmed over the last couple of days, different battles for different compositions, so you can see what he's like, what they're like against Wiggs and all those kinds of compositions, clone teams, things like that. So go ahead and enjoy this video that's about to come. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.